at any point.
What was it you saw in Vancouver that you thought was so much better than here?
Yeah, so on reflection, I don't think I really absorbed it at the time. But so 2020, when we started thinking about this, and we were like, we want to put a pitch together. We want to talk about this topic. We want to shine a light on the situation at the moment for trails, mountain bike trails in the UK. And yeah, we were looking at like British Columbia, and we looked across Europe as well. Like, what examples are there out there? And yeah, so like Squamish, even North Vancouver, and yeah. Like Salker, Walker, and Pemberton as well.
So you kind of overview what they did right, did you?
So this is the thing, like, I guess I was there and I know there was like really cool spots to ride. It wasn't everywhere. There's like specific spots you can go and ride, which is different in the UK, where in some, well, at least South Wales, you can pretty much find something to ride on every hill almost. Which I think is really cool. Like, it's really cool that you can ride from your back door and find something, even if it's not like super cool. But yeah, so in British Columbia, like in that area specifically, yeah, they have these, they've gone through exactly the same that the UK has done, but like a decade ago.
Right.
Or, you know, they also had unofficial trails, and I think it was seen as more legal there. And then because of that, they've formed these organizations where you have both like volunteers looking after trails, but also like more professional as well. So you have like professional people looking after the trail network. And it's like a combination of like volunteer donations, brands give back. I've heard about like if people film a video on the trails, they donate then to the trail group.
If you could, a couple of examples of what you actually took away from, I think you might have covered it a little bit, but like a few examples of what Canada were doing better than the UK. Tangible ones. Apart from the food. All the stuff.
Sea in the mountains, trucks, and snow.
Sea in the
and
mountains, trucks.
Surf. Yeah.
Bears, coffee. Chairlifts.
So I guess on the trails front, they have really amazing public trails that people can go and ride.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't say it's like the ideal scenario, because I think I said they're quite localized. Mm-hmm. It's more like kind of public bike parks almost.
Yeah. And
you maybe have less of the like being able to ride between places, so a bit more reliant on driving. Right. But like I think that whole progression that they've been through there, from illegal unofficial trails to now like organised and combination of voluntary, community and like professional work looking after the trails. Yeah. And you see that in quite a few places in North America. Patagonia actually has a new film out, Fire Lines. Okay. Which is partly about like enormous wildfires, but kind of a connection to trails. And there's the group Lost Sierra. Again, a combination of like voluntary and like engaging riders with how the trail network is there, where it's come from, who looks after it, like understanding that, and also like professional work as well. Just like having like a healthy ecosystem of keeping the trails running well, awesome. And formalised and all of that. That's on like the trail side. But I only really kind of, we looked into that when I was back from Vancouver, when we were researching. Someone laughed at me. It was genuine research for Trails on Trial. You know, what stories do we want to tell? We did think about going to Europe, but it was COVID. But like, what European examples are there as well? Yeah. There's like really cool examples that through being connected with IMBA Europe, you actually see so many of these groups looking after really nice trails. And your question, so I think that's reflecting on like different ways that trails work in other places and trying to draw the good bits of that, right? To put the UK trails in context. Where could it go? Yeah. What could it look like? Yeah. What would improve the situation versus what wouldn't? I guess. Yeah. And then you kind of said environmental as well. So I did my third year of university there. That was also a big motivation for the course I chose, because I could do a year somewhere else. And part of that, I did a sustainability course. It was quite hard hitting, to be honest. Some of the lectures, like when you see the impact of like Western lifestyles, like carbon kind of footprint of Western lifestyles, and like, but also like also solutions for doing things better, or like seeing what I can't really. We covered like a different topic every week of the term, but it was like thinking about it more. How what changes are like actually just good in general, like healthier and
for the planet
and people.
I
guess at the moment I've got in my head, like, if you see like how many cars it takes to, you might have seen these images, like how many cars it takes to transport like 100 people. You need 100 cars. You put that on a road, the road is packed. If you reduce that into buses, you need like 3 or 4 buses.
Right, yeah.
And if you put that on bikes, then there's just like collection of bikes. And like this example of like what city, like towns and cities would be like if more people would just like move around on foot, bikes, buses. I bike or bus to the university now. And in traffic, when I'm sat on the bus going home, if it's at rush hour, try and avoid it, but it's really painful. And you're like, if only like all of these cars were on the bus, if you had like 8 buses instead of this like,
what do you think stops
300
people from
cars
using public transport?
Okay.
Hey
man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah. And
so
on
they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.